Just when Mengsk was within our grasp, he vanished. Evacuated in the blink of an eye, whisked away by protoss warp technology under the command of rebel scum Jim Raynor. For all our strength, all our strategy, we were undone by a single battlecruiser, the Hyperion, and a ragtag fleet of protoss scout ships. A bitter failure hidden beneath the smoke of victory. We emerge from warp travel, and our adjutant brings us up to speed.
Captain, we have tracked the fugitives Mengsk and Raynor to the devastated Protoss homeworld of Ire. Apparently, these two have taken shelter within a fortified Protoss encampment that lies at the base of a fully functional warp gate.
Mengsk's signal has been tracked to the ancient Protoss homeworld, Ire. He's barricaded himself inside an encampment nestled behind a still-functioning Protoss warp gate. We don't know where the gate leads, but we do know one thing. Mengsk cannot be allowed to escape again. Admiral Dougal remains in disbelief. The Protoss, harboring Mengsk? The very idea seems unfathomable. Despite the distance traveled from Korhal to Ire, Dougal cannot wrap his mind around it.
I don't understand this. Why would the Protoss harbor these men?
I have no idea, Gerard, but the Protoss aren't our only problem.
But Stukov cuts in, bringing the focus back to the mission.
Our sensors have identified multiple zerg broods surrounding the Protoss base. Presently, the broods seem to be passive, but there's no telling what might set them off. Should the broods attack, we'd be hard-pressed to hold them at bay.
Our scans reveal multiple zerg broods, thousands of zerg, converging on the Protoss position. They haven't noticed us yet, and they don't seem openly hostile to the Protoss either. But this region is a powder keg. One wrong move, and it all ignites.
I see. It is a risk we'll need to take. Mengsk represents a considerable threat to our agenda and must be eliminated. Captain, you will focus your attack against the Rebel Command Center in the middle of the Protoss encampment. That must be where Mengsk and Raynor are hiding. We will deploy our own Valkyrie frigates and tighten up our air defenses. Vice Admiral Stukov and Lieutenant Duran will provide cover for your forces and ensure that no external threats interfere with your mission.
Dougal is clear. Mengsk must be captured. He orders a direct strike on the Protoss encampment, tasking us with the destruction of the lone Terran command center buried within their base. He suspects it may be Mengsk's shelter. To support the mission, Valkyrie frigates are en route to strengthen our anti-air, and both Duran and Stukov will guard our flanks against potential zerg aggression. Of all the zerg broods in the region, a smaller outpost lies south of the Protoss encampment. We strike it first, clearing out the defending mutalisks with surgical Valkyrie fire.
Valkyrie prepared.
Valkyries function as a specialist unit, and are only able to target aerial units. They fire a cluster of high-altitude, long-operating rockets, or Halo rockets for short. These rockets fire out in a spread pattern, and while they do not initially aim directly at their target, they do splash damage upon detonation. This makes them ideal for targeting groups of weaker flying enemies.
Don't keep me waiting. Achtung! Need something destroyed? I am eager to help. This is very interesting, but stupid. I have ways of blowing things up. You're being very naughty. Who's your mummy? Blucher.
Once the creep recedes and the zone is clear, we deploy our structures and begin construction. Supply depots go up, preparing us for the larger offensive. As we build, Stukov radios in with an update.
Captain, the warp gate at the center of the Protoss encampment has been activated. Our sensors show that the gate's energies are inciting the Zerg to attack. Be prepared for anything, Captain.
A live scanner feed shows that the Protoss warp gate has now become active and is causing a stir in the Zerg. In result, they begin attacking the Protoss to get to it. It's clear now. The Zerg are drawn to the gate. As long as we avoid interfering, they may leave us alone. But not for long. A lone overlord drifts into view, scouting the ruins of the outpost we just leveled. Our Valkyries surround the massive flying crab and blast it out of the sky. If the Zerg weren't aware of our presence before, they are now. We load a dropship with infantry and deploy a science vessel for recon. Our units land on nearby high ground and wipe out a small Protoss detachment guarding a valuable resource cache.
Outstanding.
Further exploration reveals a narrow passage leading to one of the Zerg broods. Since they're not our primary target, but we need these resources, we dig in, establishing a fortified position to guard the northern flank. As we begin construction of our second base, we are attacked by a scouting force of Zerg and Protoss. Both are felled without issue, the Zealots even getting confused by our tanks on the high ground. More scouting to the east reveals more creep, and we steer away from the Zerg. We find damaged Protoss structures and the ruins of others recently destroyed. No doubt the Zerg are to blame. The few surviving Protoss try to repel us, but our battle-hardened UED troops push them back without effort.
I'm on the job. Need medical attention? On my way.
Upgrade complete.
Right away.
Closer now to the heart of the Protoss base, we uncover yet another resource cache. It may not be necessary, but it's reassuring to know we could expand again if needed. We launch our first push towards the Terran Command Center. 2 squads of Marines with medic support. They are met immediately by a joint Zerg-Protoss counterattack. The Mutalisks fall quickly, but the Protoss carrier proves too durable for Marine fire.
Commencing.
Your forces are under attack.
Receiving headquarters.
Both squads are completely lost. We change tactics. If the enemy wants to bring heavy units to the field, then so will we. We begin mass construction of starports. Our battle cruisers will answer theirs, laser for laser, hole for hole. To support the gas demand, we set up an outpost near a Vespene vent once held by the Protoss. As construction begins, our eastern flank comes under Zerg attack.
Base is under attack.
I read you.
Your forces are
Don't
under
keep me
attack.
waiting.
Order scout. Right away, sir. Job finished.
Upgrade complete.
I'm listening.
Don't keep me waiting. Jawohl. I am eager to
We repel it easily, then build a pair of comsat stations for intelligence. Scans reveal a smaller Protoss base positioned just south of Raynor's command center. If we can destroy it, we can safely ferry troops to the high ground and strike the command center head on. We move in. 2 squads of Marines and medics press the assault, supported by a science vessel and 8 battlecruisers.
Right away. Need medical attention?
Hailing frequencies open.
On my way.
Battle receiving headquarters.
The protoss rush in for a quick defense and are swiftly vaporized.
Receiving headquarters.
On my way.
All crews report.
Your forces are under attack.
Commencing. Let's roll.
Need medical attention?
Hailing frequencies open.
Where does it hurt?
The base crumbles. We lose a few Marines and only 1 battlecruiser. Acceptable losses. As we regroup, we see High Templars forming up at the edge of the Protoss base. If they cast Psionic Storm, our infantry and air units alike would be obliterated. We preempt them with a Yamato Blast. No mercy. We begin shuttling forces to the high ground, but the Zerg attack again. This time from land and sky. Overlords attempt to drop Zerglings and Hydralisks into our core. Our Valkyries light the skies with rocket fire. However, 1 Zergling slips through, harassing a missile turret. With the Valkyries helpless against ground targets, our science vessel fires up a radiate, accidentally clipping a friendly Valkyrie. No harm done, the Valkyrie is a mechanical unit. It was an honest mistake. And besides, the science vessel hit the Zergling with the second shot. Nice job, man. While we scramble to secure our base, the Protoss capitalize on the distraction, dragging a large portion of our northern forces into an unplanned skirmish. We lose nearly half our battlecruisers and most of our infantry before realizing what's happened. Though, thankfully, the Protoss don't walk away unscathed either. Luckily, we had our reinforcements brought in while we dealt with the Zerg and shuttled them onto the high ground. We lead with the capital ships, drawing fire and eliminating any remaining heavy hitters before our infantry fall in.
Take it slow. Set a course.
Your forces are under attack.
Go ahead, HQ.
Hailing frequencies open.
Receiving headquarters.
All crews report. Good day, Commander. Take it slow. Make it happen.
On my way. State the nature of your medical
Day,
emergency. Need medical attention?
We have you on visual.
The Protoss base begins to collapse under the full weight of our arsenal. As the command center enters our vision, we snipe the closest missile turrets with Yamato blasts, and we order any other battlecruiser with enough energy to target the Terran facility with their Yamato guns.
frequencies open. Receiving.
With the structure burning, but still standing, we have all units focus their fire on it to bring it down. Stukov opens comms to begin the recovery of Mengsk.
Nature of your
Good
medical
work,
emergency.
Captain. The command center is destroyed, but it looks like Mengsk and Raynor will try to escape through the warp gate. Make ready to move in and intercept their vessel before...
But something is wrong.
Wait, I've just picked up multiple Zerg signals coming in from the northeast. That's Terran's position, but he seems to have moved his forces out of place. Lieutenant Terran, this is Stukov. Come in. I'm tracking a massive Zerg swarm in your quadrant. Respond, damn it!
That is strange, Vice Admiral. My scanners don't show any Zerg at all. Maybe you have a technical problem with your equipment.
Duran's tone shifts, aloof. distant, as if he's not even engaged in battle.
Lieutenant, if these Zerg get through, we'll never be able to capture Mengsk. I'm giving you a direct order to return to your position and reinforce my troops.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but it seems your signal's fading out. I couldn't make out that last part. I'll try to re-establish contact later.
Terran! Captain, your position will be overrun by superior Zerg numbers within 15 minutes. I suggest you retreat back to the fleet immediately. Inform Admiral Dugal that I have a personal matter to take care of.
Suddenly, Stukov disappears from the comm channel as well, and before we can react, Zerg mutalisks swarm our main force, pinning them down in a brutal ambush. Amidst the chaos, a Terran dropship, not one of ours, is spotted fleeing into the warp gate. It vanishes just before the gate detonates. What just happened? Stukov is missing, Duran is evasive, Mengsk has escaped again, and now we must report this disaster to Admiral Dugal. Our grip on the Kaprulu sector is slipping, and we are no closer to ruling it now than when we began.